Out here, in the silence of space, there are no waves crashing, no birds singing, no whispers carried by the air. And yet, we've discovered something unthinkable. Black holes, those monsters of gravity and darkness, sing. Not in notes we can hum, not in melodies our ears evolved to hear, but in a deep, cosmic voice that vibrates the very fabric of the universe itself. This is not poetry. This is science. And tonight, I want to take you with me beyond silence into the haunting sound of a black hole. As an explorer, the first thing I learned, drifting in orbit, space is silence. Sound, as we know it, needs air. Molecules vibrating, passing energy along. In a vacuum, there are no molecules, no medium, no sound. So, how is it possible that we've heard a black hole? The secret lies not in our ears, but in physics. Black holes sit inside vast clouds of hot gas and plasma. That gas vibrates. Pressure waves ripple through it, much like waves in water. Those ripples are sound. In fact, the black hole is like the deepest drum in the cosmos, striking notes billions of times deeper than anything the human ear can perceive. NASA took those waves, shifted them into audible frequencies, and for the first time, humanity heard the voice of the abyss. Close your eyes and imagine a low, endless drone. It doesn't rise, it doesn't fall. It is constant, heavy, primeval. It feels less like listening and more like being pulled into resonance. When I first heard the translated audio of Perseus A's black hole, it wasn't just sound. It was presence. It felt like the universe itself was breathing. Some scientists call it data. Some call it distortion. But to me, after 35 years among the stars, I call it a cosmic hymn. The hymn of gravity, of space-time itself, quivering under the weight of something so dense that not even light can escape. Every black hole is surrounded by matter disks of gas spiraling inward. Magnetic fields twisting, particles colliding at near light speed. These violent motions create ripples in the plasma around them. Think of it like the surface of a drum. Strike it, and the skin vibrates. Around a black hole, the drum skin is space-time itself, vibrating with unimaginable depth. The sound waves we capture are so low, their frequency is millions of times below the range of human hearing. Imagine a piano stretched across galaxies, playing notes longer than the age of civilizations. And yet, when translated, those vibrations become audible to us. A bridge between human perception and cosmic reality. Here's where it becomes stranger. A sound as a signature. Every black hole may have its own voice print. Just like fingerprints are unique to humans, the sound spectrum of each black hole could be a way to identify it across the universe. Are we, perhaps, building a catalog of the voices of monsters? Communication across the cosmos. Some theorists wonder if black holes produce consistent, measurable vibrations. Could advanced civilizations use them like cosmic drums to signal across intergalactic space? The idea is speculative, but then again, so was the idea of black holes themselves a century ago. Quantum echoes. In some cutting-edge theories, the sound might carry subtle echoes of quantum processes happening at the event horizon. If we could decode them, they might hold clues about Hawking radiation or whether information truly dies inside a black hole. The psychological impact. NASA released the audio to the public. Thousands of people reported feeling chills, dread, even a sense of awe or spiritual connection. Why? Because we're not just hearing sound, we're confronting something far older, far larger than ourselves. After decades in space, one lesson becomes clear. The universe is not silent. It only speaks in languages we have not yet learned to hear. When we finally gave voice to a black hole, we weren't just translating day-to-we, we're confronting our own limits. The sound reminds us that our senses are small, our lives short, our science young. And yet, with fragile instruments, with determination, we stretched our reach across 240 million light-years to listen. The sound of a black hole is not music. It is not noise. It is truth. The truth that the cosmos is alive with forces we barely comprehend. And perhaps, just perhaps, it is the closest thing we have ever heard to the heartbeat of eternity. There are whispers in the halls of physics. What if the sound is more than vibration? Some argue it could carry holographic information about the matter that fell in a faint fingerprint of stars devoured long ago. Others wonder if the resonance might point to extra dimensions, vibrating like strings in string theory. And some dreamers like me wonder if these sounds are a conversation, not with us, but with the universe itself. A dialogue between gravity and time, spoken in tones we can barely begin to translate. We may never know, but then the beauty of exploration is not in finding every answer, but in learning to ask better questions. So, what does a black hole sound like? It sounds like the universe reminding us that silence is an illusion. It sounds like the hum of creation and destruction, of beginnings and endings intertwined. It is the voice of the unknown. And when we listen, we don't just hear the cosmos, we hear ourselves reflected back through the abyss. If this journey into the sound of the universe left you with wonder, with questions, or even with chills, then subscribe to Black Hole Secrets, because this is only the beginning. The universe is not done speaking. The question is, are we ready to keep listening?